Hi, my name's Stuart. I'm also known as Felix. I'm going through some of my old back catalogue games, and I'm starting Conquest Bad Fur Day, and this is the third part of that series. Let's time to pick a different section of the game. All this stuff they must have spent, lots of time on. So, let's choose. I think I'll do one for the Caveman session. I think I'll do one about halfway through, which is in their nightclub. You have to go and do a section before this to get the password to go in there, but let's enter it right now. So you disguise yourself as one of the cavemen, and you're in this nightclub that's owned by like rock creatures. Berry's here. This is when she's been kidnapped. For some reason they've got her in some sort of cage dance thing. I'm not sure why. It's a bit bizarre. Right. So as I said, there's the Caveman, and where are they? Within the bar. Here they are. Enjoying the music, but the rock men don't really like Caveman a lot. And there's also some rock women as well, indicated by their long hair, obviously. I think if you get too close to them, the rock men or something will attack you. Oh, there he goes, he's trying to attack me. So, in this section, you've kind of got to go through the nightclub, and to get through the doors, you've got to drink beer and then pee all over these rock guys. Now this one's already done, but you can then roll them around, which is, I guess, is the poo balls. Let's roll them around then, and if you roll him, I've got a pressure pad that I touched when I came in, and the door unlocks. Hey, come on. I do kind of wish for more games like this sometimes. There's so many shooters or indie games. Or free-to-play games that are kind of sim-based games. They're free-to-play elements, but it's just like, it'd be nice to think that somebody was going to do like a decent platformer again, or a decent pseudo-platformer, I guess. Action game, but more cartoony, more like Conkers. There's enough room for it, I'm sure. There's an idea for anybody who's listening. I think some people have tried. There's at least one game, an indie game, that's a bit like a Zelda Wind Waker kind that somebody's working on. But there does need to be more of them. They're lacking. Right, okay. Should we push this over this? Tricky. That's a little bit. Okay. This is actually something you can do in Unity. The pressure pad things, or Unreal, done them before. You can make physics actually work like a way to an object, and that pushes it down, and then that can trigger something somewhere else. Right, anyway. Let's open this door here, I think. Oh. Is that wrong? Oh no, it has. So you can go behind these dancing cave women now. I don't know why they're dancing there. And there's another pressure panel to open, but how do you do that and keep it open? I think it might go down. Yeah, oh, I should have done my helicopter thing. Oh, it's chocolate here. I can pick up the chocolate. So you can go behind here and keep down your beer from the beer keg. It's behind the bar. It's going to get tanked. with the fire imps, I can now piss on things. Better get it out. Now piss on me. Oh, God. Move him. Oh, I'm back too soon. Oh, did I run out? Oh yeah, there's a first aid kit up here, isn't there? Oh, this is annoying though, because now I'm drunk, I can't jump over here, so I've got to find a bit over the other side. I don't know why there's not one on this side that I can actually sober up again. Oh, I'm thrown up. Come on, Conker. Come on. I do think it's a bit annoying in this one that it resets so quickly, getting drunk and being pissed on things. Right, okay, I'm done. Let's get some beer in again. Full health. Yeah, we get the idea. What was a better one to get? One I was looking at. Oh, there's one right in front of that door. Let's get him. Oh. He did turn around and whack me straight away before I can even get it out. Come on. Oh, come on. That was annoying. Oh, now he's gone closer. Oh, Conker, don't need to go back and get sober again. Seriously, this is just too annoying. Doesn't give you enough time. Well, I think I might cut that one there because you get the gist of this one, and that's mostly what you have to do, and this one's taking too long. So I'll move on to something more interesting now. But the idea of the nightclub's nice, and it kind of does remind me of some of the nightclubs I went in. Actually, that's a lie. I only went in nightclubs very rarely. So there you go. So just before I kick off with a different chapter, what I was just going to talk about were some of the other games that came out. Now the GameCube had just come out at that time, so there was things like Super Monkey Ball, which is a Sega game that was on the GameCube. If you don't know much about it, you have little monkeys and balls, basically, as the name suggests, and you had different challenges, and it was like a party game, like split screen stuff. The Super Smash Brothers, when they came out, it was another GameCube game that was originally on the N64, Smash Brothers, and yeah, this was like the release on the new console at the time. Other games like Halo had just come out, the first one, on the Xbox. RuneScape had come out on the PC, and I know that was kind of been quite popular with teenagers in the past 10 years. I've actually not really played it that much, I'm going to admit, but that was like an early sort of RPG. It's all Java based. One of the companies in Cambridge actually developed it. So that came out then. other games, like Luigi's Mansion, which is a GameCube game launch title, where you had to hunt down ghosts, suck them up in a sort of like almost Ghostbusters type vacuum, trap them. I played Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the PC. That also came out this year, and new Jak and Daxter game, Precursor Legacy, and also Ico came out this year, which, I mean, that's like a really sort of iconic game. You have to kind of rescue a girl, basically. Yeah, the typical story. But it is kind of interesting because she's always getting attacked by these ghost black spirits, and everything's on like a massive scale. I mean, it's not very detailed because it's on like PS2, but because everything's such a massive scale, it's like really sort of iconic and visually interesting game. There should be more games that use scale to that sort of effect. I guess things like maybe I think Dark Souls, that's kind of got a scale that's kind of similar. So yeah, there's also like the new Metal Gear, which had that Raiden character in that nobody liked at the time because he was like really whiny. That was actually my first go at a Metal Gear game, which is probably embarrassing. But I'd only just got a PS2 then. I mean, I was a bit late. I ended up picking all the consoles in the end, but I think it was GameCube, then PS2, then the Xbox much later. I didn't even get the Xbox until like the last year it was kind of available, when it had the crystal version. So, I mean, I really liked 360. I thought that was great at the start. Sort of dwindled out a bit towards the end with connected stuff. But yes, the Xbox, the original, I didn't really play on that very much. Mostly just because of the size of it, and it was like PC components, and there weren't that many good games, and the controller was a bit rubbish at first. I think that, you know, Microsoft were really testing the water then. They didn't really understand console games. It took them a bit to get it quite right. This one's quite scary and spooky, actually, kind of. So here are these weird heads. This is quite funny, because obviously they're really acting normally. This thing. Being quite poncy. But then later on, they have to kind of start and conquer, so suddenly they become sort of more psychotic again. It's a bit weird. We better get into character. Okay, so kind of hide behind things. Oh, someone's with me. Where's he on? Oh, that's interesting. You shoot them in the swing. That's probably something really easy, like, you know, there's a collision and the bullet hits it and play this little swinging animation. But it's kind of cool, nice touch. And also they've got like plenty of like screen shake to make it look like I'm constantly being bombed. It's the attention to detail, that's what works in games, even if you don't get the visuals of a high quality, as long as it feels realistic. That was a problem we always had when developing, the difference between having realism and being realistic. You have to tread that fine line. Get rid of these guys. Yeah, there is aiming, but I don't like inverted controls when I'm playing like characters like this, and then inverted, so if I push down, I go up, and if I push up, I go down. I know some people like that, weirdos. I only like it if it's like flight controls. That kind of makes sense, you know. That's how a plane or whatever would be, but not in a actual playable character. Makes little sense to me. There's kind of all arguments about that. Let's get this guy. And all the stuffing comes out. Great little particle effects there. I mean, let's just go and wander around this area actually, because it's kind of gross. There's like little body parts floating around in green slime. You can see one of the heads of one of the squirrels, the army type squirrels. Oh, there was another one. Oh, I thought I killed them all. Oh, he's running fast. He doesn't want to get gone by me, does he? Oh, ow. Threw a knife at me. Yeah, these heads have like... Oh no, it's not knives. I think some of them do have knives, but this one has like an injector. Dear, I'm getting hurt here. Can I break this open? No. Got to be careful now. I might have to restart this other one. Oh, just get away. Oh, I'm getting confused that she isn't wanting to be shooting. Okay. Keep trying to hit me again. Oh, got him. Good. I like how this is quite a simple area, but has like these little bits to hide behind. That's kind of cool. You know, it's really simple cover, but it really works. Let's go, I think. Oh, you got to go and rescue this guy, but it all goes horribly wrong, as I remember. Of course, this is loaded. You can't actually get the right option. Whichever option you pick is the wrong one. So even when you eat your heart out, basically, because you know. Oh, which is the right choice? There is no right choice.
Okay.
I believe you still get to select even though it's a cutscene, yes. So I'm looking quite tired there because I think I've only got one hit point left. So was there any chocolate? That's what I was going to check. I thought you could break these because they've got like a health thing on, but I think it's just a stack piece. Right, anyway, let's move on. This is what I mean about the lighting on the N64. I mean, you wouldn't get a different colour light on the consoles. I know it's like a little thing, but it actually changes the environment quite a lot in these older games anyway. Everybody's got coloured lighting now, right? So let's jump up here and let's pick this one because it doesn't make any difference. I'll go put the guns away. How do I do that? Yeah, okay. Hang on to it. Oh dear. It was almost like it was rigged, eh? I think it's quite gruesome, this bit.
I think it's this one, actually. Okay. Well, what do you know? I'm not quite that bad for that. A little bit strange, though.
Yeah.
You look great.
You look great.
I don't know. Yeah.
I like how smoking is a car as well. I don't think you get away with that in games now. I mean, it's not much past 10 years, and things like that just aren't acceptable anymore. I mean, let's talk about how things have kind of changed, because I mean, obviously these are kind of cutesy characters, and like a lot of modern games rely on having less stylized stuff, because you don't need stylized stuff anymore, because you've got the graphics quality apparently to do to do like more human characters, and I think that's just kind of a bit bad, because all it means is we get 101 different there we go, games with your typical high resolution humanoid characters, well, humans specifically almost all the time. I mean, there are games like Mass Effect that have got aliens in as well, but yeah. You know, it's much more about having just humans as the main characters in games. There's no sort of diversity, and you know, it's point out that most of these characters are male as well. So, oh dear. I guess I've got to keep running. I've gone the wrong way. Well, that's the feeling I have. Oh. But I mean, there's no need to just make games that are kind of, you know, specifically humanoid characters or whatever, because go up here. Oh yeah, I think I've got to do something. I have to run about avoiding it. Because this is still very enjoyable, and you know, platforms have kind of died out a little bit. Where's that end? Cool. And there's a lot of first-person shooters. Like a lot. I mean, I enjoy first-person shooters actually. I'm not kind of like hating against them, but there are a lot that are just really average quality. And surely it's better to focus on having good quality stuff rather than making those few decent titles than having 1,000,001 average first-person shooters. I think maybe this gun locks up briefly and then you have to climb, but that's that over, isn't it? I think I might have to restart from there. Oh yeah, this is quite good actually. Let's switch to this. So this is a bit further on in that, because once you get through all this army routes, it's quite hard. So what I was saying was basically previous to that about first-person shooters, and there are a lot of them, and there's a lot of kind of I shouldn't have done that. Adventure games, but they're all kind of very samey, mostly involving zombies. And there is still room to do different games, but a lot of the AAA studios have given that up. I think because they've found money in a particular franchise or IP, they keep on sticking with them. Occasionally they'll try something new, but a majority of the time it's very similar to other games that they already have been making. And it would be nice if more companies tried to experiment a bit more, really. It's a risk, yes, but saying it's a risk aversion to like make 1,000,000 games the same as every other company really isn't much of a risk aversion, is it? Things that I think have done really well recently, probably things like Saints Row. That's actually interesting because of course Saints Row was trying to clone GTA, and GTA then started to go a bit more serious, started to cut a lot of the humour out. And I mean, the original Saints Row was less about the humour, it was trying to be more edgy and a bit more like, here we go, let's watch this first before I say anything else. Yeah, this is kind of scary, so there's a little, I think it's meant to be a squirrel girl, I think she's lost her mum apparently.
It's a little girl. It's dangerous around here, little girl. I don't think you want to be here.
That's not exactly true.
Have you come to rescue me? What is that?
I think you've got to get past this section first. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I think, that Saints Row started off quite serious, edgy, it was trying to be about gang warfare and stuff. And actually I didn't buy it, I thought it was a bit meh. It's not kind of my thing. then I wasn't going to get Saints Row 2 either, but then I kind of found out that it was actually a little bit more, like the old GTA is a bit more amusing. It was like Vice City that I really enjoyed, so I ended up purchasing it a little bit after it came out. I don't think I bought it straight away. I really, really enjoyed it, and they've kind of, you know, taken it to the next level every time in terms of like how zany they're being. They had Saints Row 3, which was completely insane. You know, you had dildo bats and all that. And then the next one that was kind of meant to be DLC, Saints Row 4, was meant to be DLC called Into the Dominatrix. They actually added it as Into the Dominatrix DLC in Saints Row 4, but actually that was going to be the whole game. Basically, yeah, they extended it into a full game where you had superpowers, and that it changed up how you played in the environment. I mean, it was a bit of a shame that they reused the same city, but I guess they were kind of tight for time, and there was sort of financial issues, I think, to do with the original company. I think it was THQ going bust. So I think it's now been bought by Deep Silver, right? And yeah, they kind of had to get out a game quickly and in budget, so they kind of reused stuff. But I think that's kind of like, you know, that kind of game is more fun and entertaining to me than a lot of the first-person shooters that do come out. I think there's a few that I enjoy, but even the ones I've enjoyed, because there's been so many repeats of them, I'm kind of tired of them. And also, some of them haven't really been sorry, I was going to say haven't been something, but that's wrong. Haven't really got any better. They haven't moved on. The gameplay's actually got worse. You know, there's been less stuff I've enjoyed about them. I mean, okay, it's unfair to say gameplay maybe necessarily, but the gameplay in terms of like what I enjoyed about those original titles has been replaced by stuff that's less entertaining to me. So I've kind of given up with some of the shooters. Oh, I know what I've got to do here. This is annoying because I'm going to have trouble getting back on here. I've lost both my threads in terms of what I'm talking about and playing the game. It's kind of hard, this. I've seen lots of, you know, Let's Plays, etc. kind of done this as well. They kind of, you get to the point where you're kind of doing one thing or the other and get lost in the moment. Alright, okay. So I'm going to pause and cut quite a bit here because I want to move on. Basically what I'm meant to do is get onto these little end bits and kill these submarines. Again, the vagueness of the game confuses me, and talking at the same time as well, that doesn't help. Because yeah, I don't know how you're meant to know to do this. Oh, you find a B button if you run around the level enough. I guess you've seen the missiles, but it would probably help if I could hear the cutscene. I've had to basically turn off audio to play this now. The cutscenes, I'm kind of a bit deaf to what's going on. Now I've got this. Submarines. Oh no, I keep getting shot here. I'm going to have to get some more chocolate. I might just skip past this bit in a while, but I thought I'd kill a few of the submarines to show you the idea. You can hide in between these bits. I mean, these give you chocolate anyway. I think it keeps respawning. Yeah, again, I think the guy said that, you know, the rare guys were going on how hard it actually was, because sometimes this chocolate doesn't respawn, and sometimes things are a bit more difficult than they should be on this version against the Xbox One. And I mean, E3 2014's just happened, and I believe that there's something called Project Spark, and that basically is that you can make your own games on the Xbone or PC on Windows 8. So what you can do is just basically put different modules together and make your own games, which is kind of a cool thing. But they had Conquer on it. But it turns out that everybody was going to get really excited that it was a new Conquer game. No, it was just that it was actually in Project Spark. So I think Microsoft recently have just been doing this stuff where they kind of have been annoying gamers in general. First it was with all the Kinect stuff and like making it more sort of casual platform, and then they were obviously had the trouble with making you register your console every day to carry on playing games. I know loads of people said, oh, they would never have done that. Well, they were planning to. Let's put it like that, they were planning to, and they got rid of it. And funnily enough, yeah, some of the key people on that then left, and now things are a little bit better. But yeah, you know, oh dear. They still are kind of like not hitting the mark. Where Sony's kind of beating them at the moment, just from what they're providing. I mean, I was really disappointed by what games they have on their Xbox service. And if you get Xbox Live, you get like a download service for free games, like on the PlayStation. But the games they had on it have basically been games I've already owned, like the first Halo, like Halo 3, or really rubbishy games that nobody was playing. So they've offered them for free, which just seems a bit of a slap in the face. But people have been loyal for so long. I think they're slowly getting better because of the changeover in the staff. They have decided, the management, they have actually decided to put some decent games out. But it's been a bad year. 2013, when they originally announced it, has been a bad year for them. They're only really recovering from that now. I hope they made the right choices, to be honest, because it was a great console, the 360, and the Xbox One could have been a great console if they hadn't completely fluffed it and dropped the ball. I guess when companies get this big, and Sony have done it too when they had the PS3, they get kind of complacent. Oh, come on. This is really annoying, and the fact that these little bloody things fade out before you can hit them, and the controls are rubbish. I'm going to get blown up a bit, but again, before I can even hit it, right, okay. I see a familiar pattern. Can I swap my controls over? Is there a way to do that? It doesn't look like it, does it? Maybe it was on the Xbox One. I think that this annoys me about this actually, because obviously it's an old game, but it should have options to switch bloody controls over. I'm glad that every modern game has that. I'm going to get hit again. Well, if this isn't irritating, I don't know what is. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly you've got to sort of stand here in the open and do this. Here comes a missile, let's just... What? I'm doing my frying pans, I'm not putting on it. That's... No. Oh, go on! Fly away before that missile hits me. Supposedly we've got to do this quite a number of times, so I probably will spin on now. You're going to have to feel sorry for me because I've got to do all these blooming submarines. The fact that I've had to do it in the past. Feel sorry for me, guys. Okay, so I've beaten the last one.
Yeah, that was a boy.
Yeah, that was kind of terrible. There's only about 6 to kill in all, but it just takes so long. And you have problems like aiming it, and sometimes you can't see them, and then like because they're too far down, so you can't even aim at them. And then you have other sections where they are visible, but then as soon as you fire your missile, they'll start to fade off, and then the missiles will go straight through them. Sometimes you can fire straight at them, and it doesn't connect for some reason. But the blast radius isn't big enough to get them, even though you're pretty much on target. It's a bit crazy. Right, I got full chocolate because this is the next section. As I was saying earlier, something odd about this little girl.
Yeah, okay, come on. Let's try and get you out of here. What? Oh, you guys!
And this is kind of some Exorcist stuff going on now. I think she actually turns out to be some sort of weird cybernetic spider type thing, as I remember. She's going to be revealed now, so spoilers. Spoilers on a really old game. That's it. Cybernetic Teds. Confused? Yeah, that's spider leg. I think there's a button around the back that you've got to hit on this.
And the eyes, and he's the blood.
So, I've just skipped the end cutscene there, basically, yeah. I'm in a lot of trouble. Having thought about this.
I'm taking over.
There's a lot of oh no.
This is my minigun.
There's a lot of bosses in this.
8,000 rounds per second. Brass case, 8mm with tungsten alloy.
About 50% of the game is like these single boss fights. So there's very little sort of oh heck, that's doing a lot of damage even. Oh, I got nailed straight away. Most of it is bosses, about 50% of the bosses. There's little action in it really. There's some sections of like puzzling. There's some enemies that you have to get past. Or when it's not enemies, just hazards, like spinning fan blades and stuff. But the majority of it is like these big boss fights. Oh, don't tell me I want to actually listen to her again. I should be able to skip this almost instantly though. Yeah, there we go. Run away! Find this thing here. So this time, don't drive straight towards him, her, it.
Get out of the way.
Because, yes, it nails you.
Now then, let's one, and listen. This is my minigun. It fires 8,000 rounds per second.
I don't think they're even joking there. It did seem to be firing quite quickly, didn't it?
And high explosive charge. Very, very messy.
Which ones are rubbish again? Because they're inverted. Can I not put chocolate as this? Rolling into it. Oh no, I can't. At least they've made this transparent so you can see it when it's shooting. Okay, now let's try to get out and fire at it. Oh no, it's spinning up again. So collect some more chocolate and then we'll go out. Yeah, I think I've got to shoot the minigun things. Oh no, it's shooting me again. So I have to keep blind firing, I guess. Well, not necessarily blind firing, but you know, just firing without aiming to get it. I mean, it could aim, but to be honest, it's probably going to hit me, so. Stopped. Yeah, so I got rid of it. But I have a feeling that this isn't going to get any better. Yeah, you keep knocking her off, basically. I think I've got to get out of this thing now, right? Oh no, she's already back in it. That's right, because he can't see if you shoot her. Oh no, but he picked me off. Oh no, no. Gotta drive. Trying to work out controls here. No, don't drive off the edge. Whoa! I believe you're all around the thing I want to get in. It's out there waiting for me. I think I got really lucky that first time when I hit her. Oh, it got me. I thought I got it. I was just being too hopeful. I had to get out of this thing, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just have to shoot it. There we go. And I believe that there's more stages to this thing, so I'm going to have to beat this a few more times. Oh, and yeah, these things get worse. Although, having said that, what could be worse than bloody miniguns, to be honest? Because the miniguns did me a huge amount of damage, whereas at least I can run away from these things. Yeah, and it's not doing me. Oh, I said that, but now it's caught onto me. Yeah, it nailed me. Oh, do I have to start the boss fight again? Oh no. Right, I'm gonna leave that one there, but obviously, yeah, you have different stages and you basically fight her until she dies. So I've kind of exhausted what I wanted to talk about and also gone through quite a lot of the chapters and, you know, talked about the console itself, what other games are out at the time, the game, said what kind of tech they had in it, how, you know, it was interesting that they were developing all this tech and even like specific gameplay per area, and you know, a lot of the modern games don't do that. They've kind of backed away from that because obviously they want to try and add as much content as they want, but also keeping within the cost boundary. So a lot of gameplays are reused now. But actually, the smaller games have, you know, more content overall, seemingly, because they, you know, have people that were more interested about trying to make these experiences than just trying to make cash, which doesn't always work, but can do for the company and depending on the size. But anyway, yeah, as I said, I've kind of gone through all that I wanted to discuss. Kind of learned some stuff about doing these, and hopefully I can kind of rein in the conversations a bit and make them a bit more fun or interesting. So basically what I want to do is like leave on one of the levels that's almost from the end of the game. Now, as I said, there's kind of aliens references and like Saving Private Ryan references and all that kind of film reference, and one popular film of the time was The Matrix, and this is their version called Enter the Vertex, which is a play on words basically. Well, it's kind of more like play on 3D terminology, shall we say. So here we are, we're in the famous lobby scene from the film, but now you conquer. Obviously this is where Neo's going to rescue Morpheus, but I think in the context of the game you're breaking into a safe or something like that, and it's the top of this building. As I said, this is approaching the end of the game anyway, but yeah, they've pretty much accurately recaptured the film, apart from now it's squirrels and weasels. And yeah, again, they've added all these like little bits of gameplay in just for this section. So they've got all the slow-mo stuff going on, they've got little bits of debris that fall off the pillars. It's kind of interesting. They, you know, put the time in to do that. And yeah, they've got warning, like various events that are kind of cool. So let's do this. Right, first thing to do is get behind the pillars, and there's a context sensitive button here as well that you can press. That actually lets you do the you're having trouble here. Yeah, these guys really are mean with this. I'm going to try and take him out. I might fail this. I found it quite tricky. So those guys are gone now that these waves keep coming, so try it. Oh, I might come out the wrong time there. Oh no, I got them. So, ooh. Just got to deal with something on my screen. Okay, back to the game. Yep. There's the sort of Trinity moves from the film. I'm going to quickly move up. Oh no, don't stand there. Oh, she would have to stand there. I think I've kind of failed this one. I might have to restart it again. I was hoping to do a clear run, but this is extremely kind of hard, harder than I remember. But then again, I've played the live and reloaded version recently, so maybe that's, as I said, they kind of tweaked down the difficulty for that as well. So it could be that they've kind of made it a bit easier for that version, and this is actually quite a bit harder. Another cutscene. Managed to dodge the bullets. The next one's knife throwing there. get it out of my system. Let's skip this. No. Alright. Should be coming if they're not there already. Before they start shooting on me. Save myself a bit of trouble. Yeah, this is the only problem there. Kind of very good at shooting at me. And again, there's these kind of weird rule of threes that I like to do. I think a lot of games like to do that because they've got like 3 sections or 3 rounds of enemies. And also the increase of enemies every time, so you get like one round, then 2, then 3, yeah. Oh, there's nothing further to go. Yeah, I'll skip the cutscene and know what happens there. Oh, I wish I hadn't gone out then. Maybe this will be useful though, because it's going to take my while. I believe it's going to run to cover. Time to wait here now, because I'm shooting again. There. This is tough.
Watch your back! Watch your back! Somebody protect me!
Sure, it should have hit on that.
Regroup!
Skip that as well. Oh no. Out away, Berry. Just where I want to go. Quickly, get the other guy. Put them all out there. That's good. That is very good. Oh, might have run out of expertly there. Got more. Has one volley left, I think. Yeah. Pretty sure that's the last. Oh no, there's another cutscene. I might have actually made it. Very. Did it again, and the camera managed to. Oh, there's 4 groups of guys. Very simple running in front of me. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. There we go. What are you doing now? Okay, there's one there. Let's just mess around with the slow motion bullet time stuff. Oh, there we go. I managed to do it. Yep. The old spin around and kick someone. Right, okay, that's it. I believe there's no more left, so I can just go to lift exit now. And it is like a cool little nod to the film, basically. There we go. Well, again, end on that. See you guys next time. I think next time I'll be covering Earthworm Jim, and then I'm going to look at maybe some of that Super Nintendo games, and then I might swap back to the N64 or maybe do like a GameCube or Dreamcast game. I want to cover some stuff on the PS2 as well. So, keep watching, and hopefully I'll go into more recent games as well. If it all goes well, thanks for watching.